Hi guys, so chances are you've seen these Instagram photos that are animated and they move. Celebrities like Shaq, Alicia Keys, and Kourtney Kardashian use them. They're called Plotagraphs. They're created by a software called Plotagraph Pro. It's made by a guy called Troy Plota, hence the name. And look, I also made him into a Plotograph. But anyway, so today I'm going to show you guys exactly where to get it and how to animate your images. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is go into the App Store and type in Plotagraph Plus. It should be like the first or second one, and it's $5.99, but that's a steal. Like most of you guys will probably have to decide Chipotle or sick Instagram images. So that's up to you. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be animating this image by Alana Booth. It's just a regular image of anyone at the beach. Maybe you're not Alana Booth, but just pretend for now. Anyway, so you want to load up the image, and once it's in Plotagraph, there's two key aspects to animating your image. First is animating it, so plotting down your animation points, and the second is stabilizing the part of the image that you don't want to move. So we're going to start out by putting animation dots down on this image. As you can see by the image, it looks like the animation points would run probably from right to left because the wind looks like, in the palm trees, it looks like it's all going to the left. So I'm going to make the water go to the left. It just only makes sense, right? So we're going to start out by the right. And in the beginning, make your animation points small because it's a smaller area. It's further away. That water would move slower than the water closer up, close by the left of the image. So we're going to start out by putting 3 dots, make them kind of small, put another 3, and then flip over, go to the other side of her body, and then put 3 more, but gradually make the points longer. And this is going to be important to make it look natural. You want it to look as natural as possible. So once you've got down your animation points, we can just go ahead and play it so you guys can see what it looks like. It probably looks terrible. She's probably moving, the palm trees in the background are probably moving. So in order to fix this, here comes the second step. You need to stabilize the part of the image that you don't want to move. So we do that by going over to anchor points at the bottom and plotting down anchor points along the edge of the pool. And what that would do, it'll stabilize everything outside of the pool and on, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So after I put them down, we're gonna play it for you. As you can see, still her body is moving because she's in the pathway of the animation points, but that's easy to fix. Also, make sure when you're plotting down your anchor points, don't plot them too far away because they could create gaps and then you'll get unwanted movement. So, next thing we're going to want to do is mask out her body. We do this by going over to the mask tab and choosing our size. Also, a quick tip for this is to go over and turn your magnifier on, and what this will do, it'll zoom in even further so you can get really crisp detail with your mask, which is actually really important in order to have a really flowy image. So after we do that, we're going to start out by masking out the perimeter of her body. It might take a minute, but as you're doing this, a good concept to go by is overlap by a little bit. Otherwise, it's a really hassle to get back in there and having to mask out a part that you missed. This is important because if you play the image with a mask that isn't perfect, then that part of her body, say we don't do her arm all the way, part of her arm will actually move with the water and it won't look good. We don't want that to happen. So overlap by maybe 2 or 3 millimeters. It's a good rule to go by, just to make sure you don't have that problem. Okay, so after we do that, we're going to play the image for you again and see how the animation looks. If you missed a couple of spots, go back in there and just overlap a little bit with the mask, and that should fix it. So next I'm going to show you guys how to change the speed, because we want the water moving a little bit fast. I would guess that it's kind of a windy day since the tree palms and everything are moving that drastically. So go over to the speed icon. After you've hit the speed tab, select a speed between 6 and 8. Because Instagram, it's very hard to see. Instagram compresses the video file, so the image gets smaller, and it's hard to see the movement of the animation if the speed isn't at least 7.5. So for this image, I'm going to put it at 7.5. That's a good enough speed in order for it to be visible on a feed. So after you've done that, go over and go to the Share tab. After you hit the Share tab, a menu is going to pop up with all these different types of presets for your camera roll, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Most of you guys are going to be using Instagram, so hit Instagram. It's going to be at 3 seconds because 3 seconds is the minimum requirement for any video on Instagram. And leave the resolution size exactly where it is. This company is super smart, and they know their ins and outs of how to produce the best Plotagraph for you. So if you were to put the resolution size all the way up, Instagram would compress that video even more. We don't want it to compress it because then the quality is damaged. So just leave exactly everything how it is. Hit Instagram, 3 seconds is fine, the resolution's good, whatever it's set to, and hit export, and then that'll bring it straight to your camera roll, and it's literally that easy. Then you have a Plotagraph. It's that simple. Then you're ready to plop it into Instagram and share it, put a caption, whatever. Also, go follow Plotagraph Pro on Instagram. They have the sickest animations, and they post every single day, so you can get a lot of your animating ideas from there. They do different things with hard lines and abstract art and everything, which is really cool. So if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and also comment down below what other types of tutorials you guys like me to do. I can do different things with hard lines and everything. I'm actually really good at animating, so your wish is my command. Just let me know what you guys would like to see, and I'll produce it for you guys. Alright, cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.